So Tesla, what was important with Tesla? Okay, Tesla was important right here. The 50-day moving average was 363. Yesterday's low was 375. Those were the two pivot points that would be a rubber match spot for both the bulls and the bears. You always want to know what the rubber match spots are, because if somebody thought Tesla was going to continue down to 329, 315, or 273, what does it have to do? It's got to get below and stay below the 50-day. So if it doesn't get below and stay below the 50, then you're short. These guys cover. In order to continue and stay below the 50-day, it's got to stay below yesterday's low. So that's another spot where there's an action area. Sometimes it plays with it. So that's why, again, the 5, 15, 30-minute low is important. So look at the chart that I posted. I said, let's look at Tesla at the 50-day or reverse a 5, 15, 30-minute low, and then see if it reclaims the 50-day as well as yesterday's low, because those are the price points that add for cash flow and create really nice cash flow. So you go here to the 1-day. Okay, so Tesla made a low. Okay, I actually bought this, by the way. I bought the first, pre-market. I bought Tesla, I think around 363, 360. Thought it was going to go. I got stopped out. Yes, I lost a little money first. Sometimes you lose a little bit of money first because it could have went down to 300 today. Who knows? So it went down, put a low into 352, washed out anybody who was thinking they can make fast money that it was going to hold right away. Then, okay, it came back and reclaimed this 363. So to me, I'm like, you know what? I am going to be a buyer, okay, at 3. First of all, I didn't do 3 right here around 3. It was 363 is right here. So I bought somewhere around here. It wasn't perfect. I lost money first buying in here, got stopped out because who knew how low it can go. Now, the low here was pretty much a 12-minute low. So it came up. You could have been saying, I'm going to buy versus this low. I'm going to add to it when it reclaims the 50-day because that's technically good. That's 363. And I'm going to play it to go green or above 375 because those are the price points. So anyway, bought it here. The morning high, which was also a pivot, this was 366, right? Point of reference. In order to fill the gap, what does it have to do? It has to get above the opening print. So this was 366. So not only could you have been a buyer, here, once it reclaimed the 50-day, you could have been a buyer here when it took out 366. And then it went as high as what? 375. First time at yesterday's low, which sometimes is resistance, which is right here. It sees resistance. You can't buy it the first time. From 352 to 375, don't you think it might stall there the first time it gets there? So I was not buying the first time getting there. Anyway, I bought here, I added here. Into the first movement to 375, I took some off. So maybe you bought 200 shares, you bought another 200 shares, depending on what your tier system is. Goes to 375, you sell 200 shares, you just made 9 points on 200 shares and you're still in 200 points from 363. Then the next time, though, it gets to that 375 after making a higher low again. That time, it's probably going to squeeze and go through. So this time went from 375, went as high as 385, 10 more dollars. So this time, if you added another 200 shares and then sold into resistance and congestion, you just made another 9 points on 200 shares. So you just made 1,800 and 1,800, and you're still in 200 shares from 363 all the way to 385, and you didn't even realize that you stayed with that. Then later in the day, there was another trade. Here you have a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders pattern, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline. Gets above congestion, it goes again, and then it cleared 387, went as high as 396, another 9 points. So that is how you use a 1 to 3 to 5 minute chart, using a 5, 15, 20-minute low, using the 50-day, using a prior low, and putting it all together and putting to yourself a really nice day trading Tesla without having to be long overnight, without having to worrying about when the Cybertruck's going to be delivered, when are the batteries going to be in distribution, when is Elon going to be Elon, when is the Boring Company going to roll into this or anything. That's when you execute on a plan with a process because you know your tactics. What are those tactics? On the power of reclaiming rubber match spots combined with the red dog reversal tactic. You do that every single day. You can make a lot of cash flow when the setup's there. The setup's not always there. Sometimes you have to sit back and cash as a position, but sometimes you get a good setup where you close after 3-4 down days into a key moving average. That's when you overly focus on it, which is what we did. And it turned out to be a great trade for the Redler All Access community as well as myself. I am a trader first and I try and be the coach second. Some guys like, what's Redler All Access? Well, you guys want to know what Redler All Access is? Here it is. Go here and look for the information.